And building to me is not just us having verbal discourse, but building's actually like, yo, what do we need to get in the trenches? Like, you know what I mean? And I think that's one of the things, like, the field that I've been working in over the last years, I've actually seen people actually build and have an impact on a lot of our youth lives. And it makes me see things a little bit different, like being able to sit at certain tables, be privy to certain conversations and things like that. And you know, it makes you see different of what building looks like. You know, and I think that, I'm not saying that's not done across the board, but I don't really see it done as collectively, because if I see one thing different, I gotta worry about you coming sideways, you coming out your face, you coming this and that. Then it's like, I got low tolerance for certain things, and that's just the fact. And the disrespect is like, I got low tolerance because we don't gotta agree, but you not gonna disrespect me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, case in point, what I saw with Born Master was a travesty. Was a travesty. And I was here. I wasn't here for the last Parliament when they supposed to smack his crown off his head and did all of that.
That was later on.
That came later on. But I was there for the other joint that took place outside, and when he had the cape on, and I was like, rip his cape off, kick him in the ass.
That was the Parliament.
That was a Parliament.
Well, no, that did.
Yeah, so
that built up into.
It doesn't matter, son. Like, yo, this man gotta have his family, his children, and this and that.
Well, I'm telling you, there's layers to that. Now, see, it's interesting that you mentioned that, because that came up recently in the conversation, actually within like the last 2 days, and an older brother mentioned. He said 2-3 days before. He said, listen, when you come to this Parliament, if you're gonna come, don't come with your women and your babies. Don't come like that, because, you know, there's a possibility that something may happen. And just to let you know, this is what it is.
But you see, pause right there. You see, for even that have to be a pretext is out of, like, at the end of the day.
I mean, you know, sometimes it gets down, you know.
If you would. If see, it's like this, man, like, you know, if you really my enemy, it's a certain way that I'm gonna really carry you. You're not my enemy because I don't think like you. So, and I'm not gonna put my hands on you. I'm not gonna do none of that, because, like I said, I'm not gonna open a door that you might step through in a manner that I don't like. So I'm not going to do that, because I know that I would want to be treated a certain way at all times. So I'm gonna treat you in a certain way. Like, and I think that, yo, it's like, I don't advocate, you know, just violence on each other. Period. Because like, yo, me personally, men don't fight men. Men kill men. So if you don't think like that, then you already out of pocket and out of bounds to think that you're just going to put your hands on another man and he doesn't have the ability, willingness, or capability to kill you. And that's how I think. So I would never just like put my hand on another man, especially now, because I'm mature. Like, I didn't do it before, you know, like when it was time to dance or do whatever, you know, I did what I did. But now as a mature man and not a teenager, men supposed to think like men, like, you know. So I think that situation still could have been handled a certain way.
Yeah, no, I mean,
that's just
I just say, but then it goes into, you know, to like different teams. But I know Born Master, you know what I'm saying? And I have a personal relationship with him. I think that he's a great mind and everything. I have a lot of respect for him. However, there were certain things that I didn't stand with him on, and I didn't agree with it. And I say, you know, for a nation like this, and you know the history of this nation, you need to really focus on you and your family, as opposed to like you have mentioned. You know, you're not gonna come in and call brothers poison animal eaters.
If you are still consuming dead animal flesh and or byproducts, whether it be chicken, fish, turkey, etc., you are a poison animal eater. Period.
I was at that parliament too.
Right.
I can tell you when everything started. I was there.
Right.
Like,
yeah, I wasn't there. I recorded a lot.
I was there. I'm talking about. I was there when he got up in front of the parliament. He brought like 16 youth that I never.
I have that recorded.
And they, you know, the poison animal eater come to eat me, and these is the future of the nation.
What you're looking at right here is some of the future leaders in this nation.
I'm like, my man, who? I said,
you don't even know who these are.
Yeah. I said, I think it was some. I said, I don't even know. But then, that's when the other guards, they popped up at his class that Tuesday. So I seen the whole Genesis. I was there at the whole Genesis. I'll be around, son. I just be observing. You know what I mean?
I'm trying to think. What did that happen? Because
yeah.
The class. I'm trying to think. The
class happened after he said what he said at that parliament.
No, actually, no. What happened? What happened was that it started when he had brought these Moorish individuals to class, and these Moorish individuals were passing out literature.
Okay, but I'm saying that.
Right.
I'm talking about when people pop their head up.
Right.
Was after that parliament.
Because I know after that parliament, then the following parliament is when it became.
No, I'm talking about after that parliament.
Because that was February. Yeah. That was the 22nd. That was I was born there.
After that parliament, it was the school incidents. That's what I'm saying. So it's like, I'm not going to say that the brothers didn't have a right to do what they do, because they did what they did, like, period. That was what it was. But I'm saying is that, like, when things start to escalate, like, to violence or to get violent, that's when we got to check ourselves. Because, like, now I don't know if this saying is true or not, but it's a saying that we live by. If two gods fight, one must die.
That's something I heard Freedom say.
When two men fight, one must die. Men don't fight each other. We solve problems. We a problem solver. When two men fight, one must die. And one of y'all niggas ain't willing to die, leave that shit alone.
So it's like, I've never fought a god before in my life. And it's mad history of gods returning gods. So now when we start carrying it like that, then say we civilized people, but we don't have things in the civilized mechanism to address each other's grievances. We don't have no any type of what they call arbitration facilities in place or ciphers in place. You know, so it's like, if I don't put my hand on you, anything you talk about, we can discuss our differences. Like, you know what I mean? So, and I think that, I don't know, man, I think that was a poor showing. And not just me personally. Because if it was somebody else, would that person still got that same treatment? If they know that individual might came back with a Mac 10? And not saying that he wouldn't have came back with a Mac 10 or something like that. But I don't underestimate nobody, because I'm not opening the door for you to walk through like that, because I'm not going to even address you like that. You know, so, you know, regardless that a lot of the stuff that he was saying, it might not have added up to how we have a cultural ethos. Mm-hmm. So when people be saying that, yo, you going, that's this, that's that, I know what they talking about. They talking about our overall cultural ethos. That's our common personality. This is what makes us. This is what makes us the nation of God's earth, or if you want to use a lost 5% nation, or whatever you want to use, but overall, law will manifest. This is the culture, is that collective ethos. So I know when dudes be saying, yo, don't bring that poison, don't bring this. So I'm not stupid, you know, so I understand, like, and I understand that in anything, you're going to have people that's more conservative, you're going to have zealots, you're going to have progressive, you're going to have liberals, all within inside the same culture. And it's cool. And it's cool.
Yeah, it's not always cool though.
No, it is cool because I'm saying that we know that it exists. What's not cool is how we challenge each other if it interrupts or breaks down into chaos. I'm just saying, man, that we definitely have to have a better mechanism of how we disagree with each other without it becoming violent. Because sometimes, like, when I think, you know, if you gotta protect yourself, then violence is what it is. But not over talk and not over because of ideas. I don't, like, you know what I mean? Not for us.
Right.
Not for us, man. Not for us. Especially not for us. You know, because it's like we should always have a higher standard of dealing with each other. And you know what I mean? And
I agree with that.
yeah, and that's all, you know. The brother, he stepped off, he tried to do his own nation, and you know, I don't hopefully it worked out well for him.
Yeah, I'm not gonna really,
Yeah,
I'm not gonna touch on that.
If Mecca did this.